Hello and welcome in. I'm Kermit418, and this is a iRacing broadcast of a B-Fixed at Nashville Fairgrounds. I ran this race last night. I'm going to go ahead and give a warning now that there were a few cautions. We'll leave it at that. So what we're going to do throughout this broadcast, we're going to bounce around, try to capture all the wrecks. If there's any drama throughout the race, we'll switch and see where the drama is brewing. I prefer to do these videos rather than just riding in my cockpit for the entirety of the race. Some of the videos, if I were riding in my cockpit, would be a fairly boring video. So capturing it this way allows us to go around, see the battles, see the wrecks, and in my opinion makes it a more entertaining video. So we're going to go ahead and ride along with the leaders here as they come to the green. And we're off. And there we are, our first wreck, not even 2 laps into it. And what we're going to find out is that's pretty much the trend here at Nashville Fairgrounds. But good looking paint.
Paint too, I'm sorry.
So what we'll do here is we'll go through the field, starting with our leader.
Oh, good.
Right along with Nick Bradham.
I didn't want to force anything. I tried to give you room out there. And
so the one car sitting around a 7.1 I rating, going down to
I think if you didn't scrape the wall,
Mr. Riggin.
Yeah,
he's a 2.1, so 2.1 I rating sitting this far up is good on him. As you can see, I'm sitting back
I'm just gonna ride around for a little bit.
in 10th. I had a pretty good qualifying effort. And what I'm going to, I'll put a timestamp of when I do a ride along with me with my telemetry for a green flag run we do have. So if you just want to see like my brake points, throttle control, I'll go ahead and put a timestamp for you guys to go and scroll ahead for that.
2 weeks ago maybe. Yeah, I finally finished it. I think it looks pretty fresh.
Mr. Posse?
Oh, for sure.
4.7 I rating. Stongle at a 3.0. Jordan another 2.1 up in the top 5. We got Cody sitting at a 4.0. The strength of field for this race, I believe, was a 3.0. It's going to be in the actual title of the video, but it's somewhere around there. Going back, P7 2.7 I rating. Mr. Cook coming 1 to go. You got Jaden with 4.6. Zachary Mears running P9 at a 3.6. And then we'll have myself on the outside, P10 at a 2.4. So let's ride along with me on this restart. You can see my telemetry down in the bottom right. Went a little higher than I would like to. Decent brake, obviously got a car up there, so gotta wait on the throttle a little bit, leave him space up there. And let's see what's happening. Oh, 20 Fike just spins out. What looked to be by himself.
I didn't want to race anyway.
So there's caution 2 for the Blue Moon.
I'm sorry, I locked it up trying to avoid the 4 when he stopped.
Blue Moon Ford.
Yeah, I was just steadily riding the brake behind you. You just kind of hold it where you was at.
We're going to shut
I
off
was
the
kinda shocked
telemetry.
I
The
didn't get hit.
telemetry will only work if I'm on my in-car camera. I can't see the telemetry for anybody else but myself. So if you see that it's kind of just stopped, that's the reason why. So what I will say is it's a fun track. And I'll go over... let's see if we can do it this way, actually. Let's do cockpit view under caution for the leader here. And what are we going into? Turn 3 here. So for turn 1, I'll give you the reference that I was using. I'm a 2.4 so take it for what it's worth. Right, so you're gonna see there's the hash marks on the top side there, you know, for that third lane. I kind of turn in there and use the start of those hash marks as my braking point. If I reach those hash marks and I'm not braking, I went in way too deep. So I was trying to brake, turning in at those hashes and braking going into the turn 1 there. Here you have those available signs on the right hand side. So there's one there, but there's a pair of them side by side. And I use that as my turn in and braking point. I am recovering from sinus surgery last week, so if I sound a little stuffy, I do apologize. But here you go again. You can see ahead of the pace car right here, the start of the hash marks. So I'm going to turn in and brake right into turn 1. If I have the room, ideally maybe a double apex, you know, so you're going to hit the beginning, come up a little bit through the center, and then drive out. The banking on exit kind of helps you. And then you can see you have the hunts, and then the war, and then the 2 available signs. So for me, I'm braking at the start of those 2 available signs and turning in. So let's see what we got here. It's lap 12, we're going back green. Let's see how many laps we can make it before we have another yellow flag. Me personally, I'm sitting back at 13th now. Saw me get loose back there by myself. We managed to save it. Slight contact there on exit.
Fucking hell.
And looks like we missed the caution there. So I do apologize missing where the caution happened.
Advantage of that track like this. Crashes aren't fast enough to damage anybody enough to drop out.
Would have been a single car spin.
Not true. There's just single car spins right now. That could be multi-car wrecks. It would be a business.
So we did we're sitting back in 16th now. We were live streaming this on our Twitch channel, Kermit_418. And one thing I was talking to the chat about is how I started P8, and then on the restart, I dropped the P10, and then yellow, and then the next restart I fell back to P12, and knowing that it was going to be a lot of cautions, I knew I was going to need a little help in order to not fall too far behind. Oh, So the drama that I didn't capture on my video is when I got my damage. That's splendid. So what happened was the 21 car spun. You know what we're gonna do? Because I can. We're gonna rewind it this way. I don't know how to rewind it through the application that I'm using for the overlay, but here it is. So, as you can see there, he
Fucking hell.
kind of just spun by himself. I didn't know whether to choose high or low, and I decided to go low. I didn't have confidence that he was going to. So as you can see, you know, he bounces off that inside wall, and I'm watching him coming back up the track. Good on him for riding the brakes like he did. It just doesn't happen frequent enough for me to have faith that he was going to do that. So unfortunately, went a little low, got some left front damage. But then, as you saw, we were coming to the pits and we were getting that fixed up. So let's go back to where we were here.
Be in business.
And we're going to go through the caution. I think we pit. We don't pit again. And alright, we're back. So singled up through the top 6. And we got Justin Allgaier going down the low side here. So we're gonna go back into my cockpit view and see if we can capture some of the telemetry. And they're wrecking high. And there we are, back under caution.
Who sent the one car?
Second place. I mean, Jesus Christ, we're not even a third.
So this is how we started this video, saying that there were plenty of cautions in this race.
I mean, we act like it's a big surprise.
This is our first time ever racing the B car here. I guess I've raced here previously. I own the track. I wouldn't imagine I bought it and never raced here, and I don't think it was a free track. But I definitely don't remember ever racing the B car.
Deeper and washing up.
So I'm going to pit here again, checking off all my tires to
Doesn't really seem like an accident by the third
just
time.
repair the rest of the damage. Honestly, with how short this track is, the damage probably didn't need fixed. The only thing, if we did have a long green flag, perhaps temps would have been an issue. But we were running in the back of the field. It didn't really change much at this point. So I was like, you know what, let me just get the damage repaired and not have to worry about that. So here I'm P19 in the pits. I don't know who we left off with on the driver introductions. I think next time I'll just do it by car number rather than running position, because I did the top 10, but obviously the top 10 swapped out a little bit. But what we're going to do is we're just going to go through the back half of the field. So right along with Mr. Porter. Mr. Fike, who we just saw spinning. Chakravarthi. J, okay. So J is a 2.9, so I'll go back. Evers here 2.8, Armstrong 2.8, Royce 5.8, Fayette 3.3, and then we're back with myself as I gingerly come out of pit road and get ready for the restart. I will say I was messing with the paint and I swapped my numbers around and I didn't switch them back prior to this race, which is why the numbers don't really go with the car that well. Excuse me one second. Get OBS back up. And let's get this turned off. Okay. I do use SDK Racing for the overlay you see. I use that on my live stream and on these YouTube videos that I upload. I think it kind of adds a level of realism, dare I say. Alright, so let's go through the field. You can see there's 3 wide momentarily on entry. And he doors the 7. That was... Who was that? Bradley James doing Nick Mills. Looks like Tyler Ashley and Justin Allgaier are getting into it a little bit. I say Justin Allgaier. That's the Austin Cook. A lockup. Lockups were happening throughout the entirety of this race. A lot of lockups.
Hey, poor thing, what was the deal with you shoving me through turn 1 bike?
And I think this is where some of the drama starts building. It's cool looking paint on number 5 of Cody Hildebrandt.
Lucky dog. I would have rather that these cars at Rocky go. This track closed. This track's fine if people just learn to drive it and not pinch each other too much.
Yeah, but this track isn't a good match with the Xfinity cars. I love this track though.
So now we're back up to P15. We started P8, so we're still down 7 positions from the start of the race. The biggest mover at this point in the race, we have 2 that gained 6 positions. Tyler Ashley, who started in 13th, is now P7, and also Jay Chakravarthy, who started 19th up to 13th. looks like we're going to be getting ready to go back to green flag here. So let's ride along with our leaders. Wide on entry. Looked like the 4-car backed out of it. A lot of close quarters racing. Whether it's getting doored, getting ass packed. Shout out to Bud Racing. I don't know if he patented that term or not. And there they go around. Heavy contact. Heavy contact.
Oh, man. Sorry about washing up to you, 4-bit 18.
And that takes the Tyler Ashley
No
car
worries, all good.
out of the
Sorry
top
about that
10.
restart, What are you doing, 19?
Me. There's a car in you. You can't drive the whole track.
You went to send it in 3 wide in turn 1.
That was 3 laps prior. I've been inside of you for 2 laps. Why are you pissed off at something that happened on the restart that I kept clean?
Because you slid up into me.
It looks like the
You mean you didn't give me enough room on the bottom? 10-4. Your apologies accepted.
You're funny.
Thank you.
something tells me Nate's not done.
Don't expect me to apologize for you overdriving a corner.
10-4, you didn't give me enough room. So that's cool. Cool. Apology accepted. We can move on.
You don't need the whole fucking track, dude.
10-4, apology accepted. We can move on.
And what we're going to do, because I didn't see that wreck either. Let's go see what happened. Let's go watch the replay. I think the dark blue car washed up. Let's see. Tyler Ashley on the inside. Yeah, I'm going to say that Ashley Motorsports maybe went in too deep. He had the bottom lane and just doored a little bit. That's my opinion.
Thank you.
Dude.
We can move.
Yeah, sounds like Kyle Busch.
I mean, if you're dumb enough to go 3 wide at a track like this, then you should expect somebody to pinch you down. Just like I went 3 wide last run, so I can't say much, but
I count 4 lanes.
There's astonishingly enough room to go 3 wide here. And I kept it clean. I didn't touch him in the corner. And then he pushes down. And then
I think you can do 4 I didn't really want to.
I don't think this is the group to go 3 wide right now.
it don't matter. I took it clean. And then you're pissed because I raced you clean. And then you pushed me down the track. And then I get into you because, you pushed me down the track.
We'll have to apology and stuff if we can move on.
We're going to ride along in our
still running
cockpit
his mouth?
as they continue to argue.
Aye.
So you can see how much they gap me on the restarts. I'm just slow on the throttle. another lockup by look like the green 6 up there. It says Zachary Mears. Ten washes up. Gets to run off though.
Braking bashers.
And caution.
My God, I gotta fucking pee. Can we hurry up?
And what we're going to do here is we're going to
Oh, yeah,
fast
dinner's
forward
ready,
through
too.
this caution. And once we get doubled up again, we'll go back and play it.
All's better.
Right along with our leader. We'll go ride with me. We're up to 15th here. We almost send the 14 into another dimension. And 14 washes up a little bit. We try to go smack the wall, get loose again, crush the wall. Luckily, the 16 spins.
No, he didn't. He turned into the wall.
Caution comes out. So what happened with us is our we tried to go full throttle too soon and didn't have
Man, we
enough
had a
track
fun little
to
race going up front here.
go up there. And that just goes into knowing where the limits are and where that straightaway wall is. Coming from Chicago last week, you know, so you had plenty
I don't
of
think I got the 4X from you. I got it from
plenty of
running in the
space
back
on
of the
corner
one.
exit
I
with
don't know,
the
it seemed like
tri-oval
it
there.
stacked up there. So I guess
Where here,
Yeah, I think
straightaways, not as much room for drive off. And then we were unstable, got back into the throttle too soon, and bounced it back into the wall.
You wanna know what else is tight?
Luckily, we had some good guys behind us, and they were able to avoid us and not completely spin us out.
Well, the caution.
But now we're sitting P16 with, I think we're at 4X with 20 to go.
I just want to see this one get back to that 17.
Right.
It's gonna be chaos. He has the speed, but does he have the balls?
He has the speed. Does he have the time?
Balls. He can get back to him if he's got the balls. All he's got to do is just forget which one the brake is and just...
No, if we keep having these cautions.
What we're going to do once we go back green, we're just going to ride along in our cockpit to finish the race.
Unlike the 9, which thinks it's Denny Hamlin, that's his fault.
Or Joey Logano.
Aren't you the one that said let's move on? Like, I haven't said shit to you.
Language, mister.
Man, you like CERN the pot 19, don't you?
I think the 19 deserves it. win this race just because of the commentary.
I'll be here all week.
And green flag. We'll turn the telemetry on.
That's the field.
Nice one.
Decent size
I
wreck.
knew you were gonna pull some
And that's
shit
what we
like
call
that.
free chicken in our chat. You know,
Good
we're
job there,
gaining
Sig.
positions
Way
and
to
we
get
do
through that wreck.
nothing to gain those positions.
Fucking dumb shit.
Again, mister, you need to watch your language.
Screw that. What he did right there was just bullshit.
We are talking about the 5 car, right?
The 6. Because I think the 6 got into the 5 who drove it into me.
Yeah, I'm not real sure what happened, but I kind of got dumped in the corner. Just somehow managed to save it, but slid up, and I'm sure it stacked up behind me.
Yeah, well, that happened pretty quick. I was right behind the 6. I didn't think he got into you. I thought you just lost at 5, but I don't know. Good driving on our part, though, to get through it.
No, I definitely got a little help, but I mean, it wasn't
Sitting at
anything
13
major.
to go.
Yeah, it was just enough.
Our big mover, we have Paul Armstrong
I should
up
have
in
came
5th,
down and wrecked the field just
gained
out
10
the 5.
positions,
You should have.
John
you know how many
Fike.
positions I would have got.
up 14 positions,
Not if you got
running
caught up in it.
P7,
I'm Ricky Bobby.
and Jay gaining 9 positions, running P10.
That's what the 6 car thinks he is.
The big losers,
This car is a tad aggressive.
Mr. Stongel down 18 and losing 91 I rating, and Berube down 14, losing 57. We're still floating middle of the pack. Should probably put a photo for myself. Sitting here middle of the pack, losing 17 I rating, running in 15th. So our goal was to not lose I rating, so we knew that we needed to get ahead of some people on this next restart. So, and I think the longest stint of green flag laps we had to this point was 4 laps.
Run top 5 the whole race.
And I didn't do a lot of practice leading to
Fucking
this.
hell.
So I was really looking forward to
I
getting
hate
the
that
race,
for you,
getting
man.
some
We had a
laps
good
in.
race going.
But with the amount of cautions,
I mean,
like I said, I
when
think
we
4
were
green
racing.
flag laps was the most consecutive
stay in the
laps
top 5 when
we
you're
ran
racing
under
the
a
whole time.
green flag.
Well, I would have stayed in the top 5 regardless. I mean,
One thing you'll notice is it says NASCAR B fixed and the green light is there. So the
Jordan was,
SDK
the lead
Racing
singer from Toto there, it
doesn't
looks
manually trigger a caution on a replay because it's looking for the iRacing API that triggers the
I don't
caution.
know. I'll be lucky
But
to
on a
stay up here after
replay,
that
it's
slide.
embedded
We'll see
in
how
a
it goes.
replay file, and there's no actual API
good off, Jay.
happening in the background. So I could
So we're gonna be
do
wrecking in turn 1.
the manual caution. Not really sure how that works though. So we'll worry about that another time. As we're looking to go back under green. 10 to go. Sent it in a little too deep there. And there's at least 3 of them. Then this guy goes
Fuck you,
down
20.
and he
Like,
gets
damn, dude.
demolished.
Like, that wasn't gonna...
Dude,
So
I had
that was
somebody under
another
me
2.
too, man.
So that's more free chicken. So we go from 15th, now we're sitting
I pooped myself.
11th, and now we're gaining 21 iRating just like that.
This track is awesome.
So if you can find a way to stay
Oh, this
clean,
track
it
is
involves a
so-
little
like
luck.
when the Menards series ran here, it
Maybe
was a
providing
blast.
space to somebody
Probably
whenever they're
fun.
pushing you up the track. You know, give them that extra lane.
They're fun here. It's
Let them
just-
pass you.
Yeah, can't keep it
Because
clean.
maybe
too
they are
much.
going to be too aggressive and they're going to wreck themselves out later anyway.
No, I mean, I seen it coming. I mean, you know, 2 laps ago, there's no chance to win the race from 6, but let's take it 3 wide anyway, so, I don't know.
Why wouldn't you?
Those 6 is probably
It is a
part of
fun
that.
track though. One thing I mentioned to the chat is the ARCA cars at this track, so there's no cautions, would be an absolute blast. It would be chaos, but it would be a whole lot of fun. I think ARCA's at Kansas this week. I'm also thinking about running ARCA at Kansas this week. Seems like a good combo.
A10 car, you have like no friends.
And for those of you that are interested, this upcoming weekend, June, I believe 18th.
2 cars back here smoking. Looks like he's about to blow up.
Um,
I'm gonna go
June
till I get
18th.
DQ'd.
We're running the 6 hours
He was just
at
kidding,
Watkins
Lloyd,
Glen in the LMP2. So I'll be live from 12 to 6 Eastern, running the 6 hour at the Glen in the LMP2. 4X Endurance Racing Team is what we're calling ourselves. Myself, Panic24, Panic X24, another Twitch streamer,
Yeah, I
and
figured frustration
good guy
18
Mark.
is
We're
to
gonna go
work
give
my
it a
way to
go.
the top 5 cleanly and then get dumped.
A little less oval racing this week and a little more prep for the
Who
Glen.
goes to that dump chute?
I mean, the 20 tried to take it. He was driving deep in the last 2 laps, and I don't know, he said he had somebody underneath him, but it still didn't justify him going underneath me 3 wide in it.
I accidentally ran into him. I didn't dump anybody.
It's all subjective.
Apology accepted. Move on.
You forgot the 10-4 at the start?
10-4.
Forward, Tim.
Where the hell does 10-4 come from?
10-4 is affirmative or confirmed. So 10-4, apology accepted. Let's move on.
Actually, it's old radio code. It stands for message received.
Made up a title, old man.
10-4. I knew what the meaning of it was, but I just didn't know, like, the origin of it.
Yeah, radios. And I'm only 36. Come on.
10-4 appreciate the little nugget of info.
And we're back under green. Got a much better restart on that. You can see I didn't get gapped as much. And
Hey, 14, I was kind of there. You kind of shoved your nose in there.
14 gets sent,
Just because there's a gap. does not
and there's a
mean
caution.
you Do it.
So is that the race?
Yep.
And that was the green white checkered. Apologies. So that was
But I'll
the
take fault
green
from
white
that, because I
checkered
did bump you going into the corner.
caution. And with
No, I'll
that,
take a fourth after that.
we bump up to sitting P9.
At 10-4, go ahead and open a ticket, participant. 10-4.
I thought we got one more position. We'll see where we actually finish when we come across the line.
Send him my apologies.
And P9. So top 10 finish.
Oh, it's over. Man, that was painful.
Top
All right,
10.
guys, catch y'all next time.
So there it is. There's our video. That's the iRacing broadcast, B-Fix, Nashville Fairgrounds. I'm Kermit14. Appreciate all you guys stopping in, watching the race. If you enjoyed it,
Hey, Nine
like,
Car, what was our
subscribe,
incident?
all that good
Last
stuff.
one?
Come over to the Twitch channel, watch us live.